So one of the challenges for students in general is the disconnect between career aspirations and major choice, whether it be the student aspiring to be admitted to a four-year university or a community college setting. So a lot of colleges, most universities, when you apply for admissions to the university, you choose a major. And so they assume that that student has done their research. They kind of sort of know what career path they want to take. They have to meet certain admissions criteria, obviously, and those vary from university to university. And most community colleges also allow students to choose a major on the admissions application. But as I told you, it's open access admissions, so a lot of students come in with misguided aspirations to the community college in that they're not academically prepared. And this goes with 4 years as well as community colleges. A lot of students think they want to major in something and they often change their mind. One of the strategies as far as advising and getting the students in the correct major, because a lot of students do change their major. They take that first class or they realize that they thought they wanted to be a nurse, but then they realize they have to work with blood and they don't have an aversion to blood. A lot of students do change their major. So to address that from an upfront college entry perspective, advising, all of our applicants at AB Tech come in unclassified, and they have to go through a list of enrollment steps. Again, all of them are admitted if they're 18 or a high school graduate. But to kind of get the student in the right program of study up front or major up front, we require that they meet with an advisor. We require that they've completed all the enrollment steps, which include submitting an admissions application, completion of our new student orientation, placement. So a student can be placed into college level English or math or developmental via SAT, ACT scores, transferring previous credit in from another college or university, or our college placement test. So students have to do that, and then they meet with an advisor and to talk about their major. If that student and advisor are convinced to a certain level that that's the right path for that student, then we'll put them in that program of study. So that's kind of sort of unique here at AB Tech. Most community colleges, the one I worked at previously, we allowed students to choose their major up front, and then we had a lot of students come back and say this was just not the right choice for me, and then they would do a change of major. So getting the student on the right path as early in the process as possible is key to progress and completion.
What do those conversations look like with a student, with an advisor?
That's a great question. I've often asked that same question myself. We do allow the student on the application. We have a list of all our programs on the application. We put program of interest on the application, so we sort of kind of know what the student's interested. So I see you're interested in accounting as a possibility. Do you want to do an Associate of Applied Science degree in accounting, a 2-year degree, and go to work? Or do you want to, transfer to a 4-year and get a bachelor's degree in accounting? So that's the big first question, because a lot of students don't understand the differences between the applied science degree and the transfer program. That's another problem with putting the majors up front on the application, because a lot of students who intend to transfer, they would see that Associate of Applied Science or diploma or certificate program out there and just choose that. And so they'd be off to the wrong start automatically. So these Associate of Applied Science program courses typically don't transfer to a 4-year. So that's another reason we require the student to meet with that college entry advisor. So that's typically the first question. Or what about accounting interests you? What prompted your interest in accounting? A lot of our adult learners, that's another beauty of the community, because we have such a diverse